Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a more laid-back, casual review, so today we're just going to take a basic look at this sword. So I'm mainly just going to explain what I like and what I don't. So let's jump right in. Today we'll be taking a look at the Shinwa Knight's Dragon Katana. This comes with a 28-inch, hand-forged Damascus steel blade with over 2,000 layers. Now this may be listed as a katana, but the shape and length much more resemble that of the Shinobi Gatana, also known as the Ninjato. This was a sword used by the ninja, but according to my research, it was not as much used as a weapon as more as an infiltration tool. And that's assuming the ancient ninja used them at all, but that's a discussion for another video. Now moving back to this sword, looking at the scabbard you can see the water transfer dragon design. It looks a bit brighter than the photo and looks almost neon green. The color is a bit distracting, but the overall design is still very nice and offers great detail. The gloss coating really adds to the overall look of the scabbard too. The bright color choice starts to make a lot more sense when you see what's written on the side of the scabbard. Zombie. I'm guessing this design is left over from the zombie craze a while back, where a bunch of weapons were clad in bright green and would have Zombie Hunter thrown in a name, and neon biohazard symbols everywhere. But this one seems to be a bit more subtle than most of those. Now moving on to the handle, it offers great detail from end to end, and I really love the color. The awesome detail continues to the guard with its stunning dragon design. All these combined mean that the sword will look great even when it's sheathed. It's a bit hard to open at first, but I imagine that will improve with time. But once you do get it open, you'll get a look at a nice Damascus steel. Now this isn't acid etched or laser etched or anything like that. This is real hand forged Damascus steel. The original Damascus forging process may have been lost for thousands of years, but this modern design is still really impressive. Now part of Shinwa's process is supposed to include sharpening, but this sword wasn't very sharp out of the box. And even stranger still, the sharpness seemed to vary. At some points it was very sharp, while others almost felt rounded off. It's possible this was done for display purposes, or so you could just have the dark color reach all the way to the end of the blade. But it only took me a few minutes of sharpening before I was actually get a fairly sharp edge on this. Sharpening will remove the darker coloring, but I actually prefer the edged look. Now let's try a basic cutting test. We've got 32 water bottles here, versus this sword which was sharpened by a novice for about 10 minutes or so. So with that handicap, let's see how well this sword performs. And wow, it cut through quite a few. And then the stand fell over. It cut through the first 16 just fine, and they all look to be cut very cleanly. So let's finish off the last couple. And again, despite my terrible form, it had no trouble cutting through them quite nicely. The last couple bottles may have gone flying, but we're still getting some very consistent clean cuts. Even some smaller ones on the bottles that went flying. But since it comes even partially sharpened, it's not really ideal for practice. But even so, if you don't plan on cutting anything, it still makes an awesome display piece. And if you do want to do some light cutting, it will do that just fine. It may not be able to stand up against a $200 or $2,000 katana, but I still think it's a pretty nice budget sword. This model retails for around $90, but can be found on sale for much less than that. And it's still miles above your standard mall katana. Those cheap swords often listed as cosplay swords or anime swords that you may see at local stores or on Amazon or eBay don't even come close to this. And it was literally falling apart right out of the box. They make okay display items, I guess, but the lack of detail and quality is fairly noticeable up close. Despite being listed as handmade, this blade is clearly mass-produced in a factory somewhere. The actual blade is very bland and just looks flat overall. The Shinwa is a bit more expensive, but you certainly get what you pay for. And it still offers pretty high quality for such a low price point. So yeah, if you're in the market for a Japanese style sword, this is one you can take a look at. It may not be a katana, but hey, it's a pretty cool sword for a pretty low price. So yeah, certainly check it out. I'll have links in the description below. And if you want to see more cutting tests, hopefully I'll be able to do better quality by then, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.